One seems to hear words of good cheer from everywhere, filling the air. Oh, how they pump, raising the sound. Oh, hill and dale, telling the tale.
How are you? And welcome back to the Mansion House. I'm PJ Gallagher. Yesterday we were introduced to Ebenezer Scrooge and his penny pinching, bah, humbug attitude to Christmas. When we left him, he'd just seen his old partner Jacob Marley in a doorknob. Were his eyes deceiving him? Let's read on and find out. He walked through his rooms to see that all was right. Sitting room, bedroom, all as they should be. Nobody under the table or under the sofa. Nobody under the bed or in the closet. He closed his door and he double locked himself in. Put on his dressing gown and slippers and his nightcap, and he sat down before the fire. It was a very low fire. And each smooth tile on the fireplace had an image of old Marley's head on every one. "Humbug," said Scrooge. He glanced upon a disused bell that hung in the room. As he looked, this bell began to swing, softly at first, but soon it rang out loudly, and so did every bell in the house. It seemed an hour. The bell ceased, and he heard a clanking noise deep down below, as if some person were dragging a heavy chain. The cellar door flew open with a booming sound, and then he heard a noise coming up the stairs, then straight towards his door. "Humbug," said Scrooge. It came on through the heavy door and passed into the room before his eyes. The same face, the very same Marley. The chain Marley pulled was long and wound about him like a tail, and it was made of cash boxes, keys, padlocks, and heavy purses wrought in steel. His body was transparent, so that Scrooge could see the two buttons on his coat behind. "What do you want with me?" said Scrooge. "Who are you?" "In life, I was your partner, Jacob Marley." The ghost sat down inside the fireplace as if he was quite used to it. "You don't believe in me," observed the ghost. "Humbug, I tell you! Humbug!" At this, the spirit raised a frightful cry and shook its chain. Scrooge fell upon his knees and clasped his hands before his face. Asked the ghost, "Do you believe in me or not?" "I do," said Scrooge. "I must. But why do spirits walk the earth? And why do they come to me?" "It is required of every man," the ghost returned, "that the spirit within him should walk abroad among his fellow men and travel far and wide. And if that spirit goes not forth in life, it is condemned to do so after death, and is doomed to witness what it might have shared on earth, and turned to happiness." "You are fettered," said Scrooge, trembling. "Tell me why." "I wear the chain I forged in life," replied the ghost. "I made it, link by link, and yard by yard, and of my own free will I wore it." Scrooge trembled more and more. "Would you know," pursued the ghost, "that the chain you bear yourself was full as heavy as this 7 Christmas Eves ago? You've made it longer since." Scrooge glanced about him on the floor, but he could see nothing. "Tell me more," he said, imploringly. "Speak comfort to me, Jacob." "I have none to give you," the ghost replied. "But you were always a good man of business," Jacob faltered Scrooge. "Business!" cried the ghost, wringing his hands again. "Mankind was my business. The common welfare was my business. Charity, mercy and benevolence were all my business. I'm here tonight to warn you," pursued the ghost, "that you have yet a hope of escaping my fate, Ebenezer. You will be haunted by 3 spirits." I think I'd rather not," said Scrooge. "Expect the first tomorrow," said the ghost, "when the bell tolls 1. Expect the second on the next night, at the same hour. The third upon the next night, when the last stroke of 12 has ceased to vibrate." When it had said these words, the window raised itself a little. The spectre floated out upon the bleak, dark night. Scrooge looked out. The air was filled with phantoms, wandering hither and thither and moaning as they went. Every one of them wore chains like Marley's ghost. They and their spirit voices faded away. Scrooge closed the window and examined the door by which the ghost had entered. It was double locked, as he had locked it with his own hands, and the bolts were undisturbed. He tried to say, "Humbug," but he stopped at the first syllable, and he went straight to bed, without undressing. and he fell asleep upon the instant. So there you go. Come back tomorrow at the same time to find out what happens. And good night, everybody.
Joyful and